Anyway, I'm noticing these people get on the plane, and I notice there's a lady who gets on with a baby, and the first thing I think is suck shit. The second thing I think is, I've got one of them at home. I miss him. And I hadn't seen him in a few days, and I thought about what he might have been doing. And I thought, he's probably playing with his sisters. And I thought, that's very sweet. I miss them as well. And this negative feeling is getting bigger. And I'm not sure why. I don't do them. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to distract myself. I'm holding my boobs in. I'm looking at anything on the plane. I'm not sure what's going on. This negative feeling is constantly reminding me that it is there, and I'm not sure why, and I don't like it. And I'm looking at the plane, and it gets bigger and it's bigger, and I realise that this negative feeling that I'm feeling is actually vulnerability, and I hate vulnerability. I'm like, what is going on here? I don't know what's happening. I realise I'm feeling vulnerable because of the sound of the propellers that sound like a came-up fan. I realise I think I'm going to die. And I never really thought that before, seriously. Like the past, I thought, if you die, you just die and then that's it. But this time, as I'm sitting on the plane and missing my kids, I think if I died, I don't think I've done enough in my life for my kids to be proud of me yet. And that is a really sobering feeling. I realise I'm feeling vulnerable, and it's not an uncommon feeling for me. Ever since I've had kids, I felt vulnerable every day, perhaps even more and more every single day, and I don't like it, but I never acknowledge it. And I realise I'm feeling vulnerable every single day because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, ever. I don't know if I'm making the right decisions for them. I don't know if I'm supposed to give up teaching. I don't know if I'm supposed to start comedy. I don't know if I'm supposed to move to Brisbane, to Melbourne, have 3 fucking kids. I don't know what I'm doing, ever. But every day I pretend I do. I'm just like a huge teenager with better clothes. Wandering around. And I think back at my mum and the time that her door fell off, and I think she must have felt so vulnerable that day. Because her door fell off in front of all of those mums that all judged her for being a single mum, for not having much money, for having a shit car. And instead of showing that she was vulnerable, she smiled and she laughed. And she walked outside and she waved at all of them. And the ringing of vulnerability in her ears must have been deafening. And she picked up that car door that would have been way too heavy for one person, and she put it in the car door. And instead of feeling anything for herself, she checked on me. She asked if I was okay. And what she would have seen is her teenage daughter just looking deeply embarrassed of her. And she continued to laugh. And she got home and she called her friend, and they shared that vulnerability together. So I'm sitting on the plane thinking about how deeply ashamed I am of myself for making my mum feel that, but also feeling scared that I was going to die. I smell a Chico roll. And that's particularly impressive because airports don't sell Chico rolls. He's brought that through security. And he's a dedicated Chico roll eater. And I think to myself, I'm sitting there, I'm like, the Chico roll lady wouldn't be upset. I look down and I'm dressed like her. Like, I can do this. I can fly. I'm not scared of planes. This is fine. We can do this. Let's go. The small child, their hostess, stands in the aisle, and I think now's the time. Now's the time that teenagers are going to show us that we should have believed in them, that they are capable of things, that we should feel safe around them too. She stands in the aisle, thinks, come on, babe, now is your time to shine. And she went, hello, welcome to the plane. And I thought, yeah, we're going to die. This is us. For us, this is it. That doesn't matter. We get up in the air and she's listing off all of the safety things she's making up. She's like, wear your seatbelt or not, no big deal. Get up in the plane and she's listing off. I'm thinking, she's not going to be able to comfort me. She can't comfort me. I'm going to have to, how do I comfort her? I'm going to have to comfort this giant child. How would I comfort her? I look down, I think, what would mum do? I'll just breastfeed her.